I should have made this video a few days ago when I first found out about this, and I just want to show you all this Kickstarter campaign that I found, and I'm a backer of it, and I just want to show you all it before the next 19 days of the campaign, before it all ends. And let me just show you all, go into showing off the video that they have, and then I'll go through and talk to you more about what I think about it and what the rest of this campaign is.
Hi, my name's Dave Garrett. I'm an engineer. I've been an engineer for the last 30 years. I love science and technology. I started HeyKube with my good friend Mehdi. We've been colleagues for the last 14 years. We worked together at Broadcom. We've always been a good partnership. We collaborate on many projects, and that led us to build the HeyKube. So the idea is that it's a very simple looking device, but it's very complicated engineering that goes inside of that. So we've solved all the electronics, we've solved the mechanical sides, and we've gotten, with every spare moment that we have, a prototype that gets us very close to what we want. We were able to build this smart cube and give everybody in the world the same joy of actually solving this. The HeyKube, we've been able to pack a tremendous amount of science and engineering into this small space and make it look like a simple cube. Each one of these spaces, we're able to track the states of the cube. We have a very powerful Bluetooth computer inside that allows us to solve the cube and actually control the brains of this. So with the cube, there's over 43 billion combinations of states. What this will do is walk you from the first layer, the second layer, and the third layer. I used to take a screwdriver and crack these things open. I used to take the stickers off as a kid. Lately there's some other cubes that have a smartphone app, but you still are stuck looking at a screen and looking at a cube. The HeyKube solves all of that. Everything you need to solve the cube is in your hands. So what does it do? It more than just solves the cube. We've opened up the interface. Anybody can connect and program this device. So we release a Python library. You can take over control of the LEDs and the instructions. You can push your own patterns. You can push music into this device, and basically even a 7-year-old can program the cube. And we expect to put this into, math classes, STEM library. This is an exciting part. It's not just a cube solver, not just a toy. It's a serious STEM education kit.
Oh my god, I solved it! I'm a genius.
I've never finished one of these.
I did it!
We connect that with a Raspberry Pi. All of a sudden now you've got learning in your hands. And not only that, we have something else. We have the voice skills.
HeyKube, download the daily challenge.
Downloading the daily challenge to your HeyKube.
You'll be able to connect to this with your voice skills and have prompts coming in from another device that helps you walk through the cube. We need your help to get this out into the masses. So the Kickstarter campaign first will give us the ability to get thousands of these cubes made and get them in the hands of people. This is not just a toy, it is a learning experience, but on top of that, it's a STEM platform. The Kickstarter campaign is #1 to get this going in volume. So we're super excited. I hope you can help us get this dream off the ground and in the hands of everybody in the future.
Okay, so my thoughts on this is that it sounds a lot like the EX Mars Cube that I have. Now it's also a Kickstarter campaign. But from the prototype that they showed in the video, looks like they took one of the standard off-the-shelf Rubik's 2.0 cube and redesigned the core to have that smart cube ability, that interaction stuff. So that's cool. And it's like taking, again, the normal average 3x3 to the next level with self-teaching ability built right into the cube, so that you can learn how to solve the cube without actually going online, looking up a tutorial, or having like one of those smart cubes like the Go Cube next to your phone, loading from there, and you don't have to have any external sources. So no external solution booklet that you have to carry around, or dealing with a solution guide that's on your phone or the internet or something like that. Yeah, that's cool. So what I pledged is the basic early bird cube, which is just the one basic HeyKube plus the USB cable plus there's going to be an app that you can connect to, which okay is yeah. No, there's that. So it said start solving with your first turn. Solving is now in your hand. No app necessary. Just turn inside and the circular light guides you. So basically it will guide you through the solution and stuff like that. Like what I said earlier. So yeah, and it's like I'll play you this.
The HeyKube is a new smart cube with a major difference with everything else that has been out there before, and that's the fact that it is totally standalone, and it guides you through the solution. It allows you to interact with it. It will help you learn how to solve it. And Dave came to me and said, how about doing a smart cube? And I thought it was a really neat thing to do. And we got started. It was kind of like a hobby project. And on Sundays I spent a little time on it. But at the same time, we did file a patent on the idea. And that patent has now been granted. Actually, a second patent on it has been granted as well. We started building prototypes and got it to a point where it totally functioned the way we wanted as a standalone cube. Of course, there is also an app that goes with it, but the main thing is that you don't need that app to play with the cube. We are now at a point where this is ready to go to market. This is ready for production, and we are hoping that with this Kickstarter campaign, we can gather a lot of interest in this to take it to the next level and bring it out as a new twist on a toy that has been around for 40 years.
Okay, now it's just real brief explanation of the idea behind the cube and stuff. But yeah, there's that. And with this, it's okay. It's no. Yeah. Sometimes things that surprise you. And blah 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 blah. Yeah, and so
a friend of mine showed me y'all's Kickstarter, and I lost my mind. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm a huge gamer. I'm such a nerd for this kind of stuff, and I love it. And literally, I was never able to solve a Rubik's Cube. Like, there are millions and millions of people in the world that still can't do it. But when I saw this, I was like, okay, wow, I need to see this in person. My daughters are going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. So I'm stoked. I mean, what was the kind of inspiration behind wanting to do it this way?
I never solved the cube as a kid either. So the first time I did it, I wrote a program, and we said we got to bring that to the masses. We got to give this, the ability for anybody to learn it easily and show it on the face of the cube. Wow! So we invented the HeyKube, and the idea is that it's natural, it's intuitive, it's in your hands. There's no app, there's no other thing out there. It's in your hands, and it teaches you to do what you need.
That's phenomenal. I want to play with it. I really want to give this a whirl.
Yeah.
Awesome. Dude.
So turn a face, you'll see it. It'll light up and tell you exactly what to do.
Awesome. Here we
So
go.
you see that?
Yep.
So you see the LED, it rotates, it tells you exactly this is how you come back.
Okay.
It's all.
Wow. It's playing a little song for me. I like it.
Okay, that's cool. Celebrity endorsement thing. With, alright. Yeah, and then there's this video, which I'm not going to show. It's just basically one of the creators, playing around with it, with the kid. So yeah. And you can basically, like, program it to what exactly? Other than just solve the cube tutorial thing? That's what I'm figuring out. No. It's like, probably can, program it to give you a scramble generator. That's a possibility. No. That's maybe a possibility. Or, like, maybe something else as, for say, pattern, solving. So it's like teaching you how to solve it into, like, the cube and the cube and the cube pattern, or something like the checkerboard pattern, super flip, or whatnot. But the thing is, they're giving you freedom to program it yourself, when programming it is tricky. You have to know which programming language it's in, like Java, C#, C, C++, C++, or whatever. Whatever programming language it is. And you have to know what you're actually programming for and what the code actually does. Now, I'm not a programmer at all. My mom's a programmer. My dad, semi-programmer, but they know how to program in Java and C# and some of those other languages. No. Yeah. And got press article and stuff about it and some other stuff. And you can even, with it, another version called the HeyKube voice that you can connect to your Alexa, and you can just tell it, "Hey Alexa, solve my HeyKube," and you can just say that, and some other stuff. And there would be an app that is out there, like, basically doing some other solve, timing, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah. There's a bunch of other stuff, as you can see. And it's basically, the thing they're promoting is that you can solve the cube easier and better than what you could before. Technically, yes and no. Biggest thing I see is that, one, you have to put your mind into learning it. So, back 13 years ago, when I first picked up my cube to learn it, it was like, I had the cube for like about 5 years prior, and then, but then I realized, you know what, I've had this cube for a while, and I'm determined to actually solve it. And so, yeah, I put my mind into looking up solutions and actually learning it. And so, here are the different types of rewards that you can pledge to, or at the same time, not pledge for any of these rewards, but just say, hey, I want to fund this project without getting any reward by saying, I want to give you like, if you don't have that much money to actually get one of these reward tiers, then you can just say, hey, I only have like $10 to give you to actually pledge for it. So there's the HeyKube reward that I actually pledged. Then there's the HeyKube Voice that comes with the HeyKube Voice that's enabled with custom Alexa skill app, the HeyKube app, the USB cable. And then there's one that the HeyKube with the Raspberry Pi. Now, and I assume at some point they will eventually release the Raspberry Pi program, though, for those who already own Raspberry Pi or can buy a Raspberry Pi separately later on in the future, play around with it. Though, or it's not just Raspberry Pi, it can be used for like Windows or Mac. And then about the inventors, the blah 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 patent thing. Then another pictures of like the cube, parts of it. And then we're also working on HeyKube AI, which is like artificial intelligence, self-learning, so that they can learn how you're solving it, and then probably put it up on an online database and stuff. But this is for like the HeyKube Voice commands and stuff. Then the timeline of this is that April 2016 they got the idea. June 2016 starts designing, testing, coding. Then August 2016 they received parts. September 2016 they rapidly put code on Arduino, solve cube stuff, and then patent filed November 16, and a lot of this stuff. So it's been in development for a few years now. And then once they actually finally got the patent granted and stuff, was when they actually figured out, hey, let's actually get this even more further into production. So yeah, the dimensions of the cube is 2 1/4 inches, which I think is 57 millimeters. Let me double check this. That's actually 57 millimeters. Just a little over 57 millimeters, but it's close enough. So it's basically a standard size cube. Yeah. And, yeah. As what they said, same size as a normal standard cube. As like the original Rubik's brand. Yeah. They will ship to US, Canada, and EU. But note that the shipping, duties, handling fees, and taxes will depend on the region. And also shipping time, especially nowadays, with the pandemic, is a little tricky. It can take a while to get from overseas to, like, from America to Europe, some place like that. And with challenges, creating and developing a brand new product involves hopes and hurdles. We minimize the risk by taking our time developing the entire product and blah blah blah. They took the time to development for it in order to actually get it to what we have now for the Kickstarter. And yeah, all that. And then let me go over, look at the reward. There's the early bird HeyKube, the cheapest plan that you can get, which I pledged. There's also pledge without a reward. So there's the HeyKube, which I don't get it. What's the difference between the early bird and the regular HeyKube? I guess it's like the early bird price though, so that they have limited of 150 backer unit for the early bird thing. So you can pick that or just pick this. Though there's the HeyKube voice, the early bird price, and then the HeyKube voice, then the HeyKube 2. So you get 2 of the cube when you do this HeyKube voice, 2 of them, then 3, and then the Raspberry Pi bundle thing, and that's about it. So I don't understand why you would pledge all this in order to get, like, pledge $200 to get, like, the HeyKube voice, 3 of them. Well, maybe if you're like doing some product testing, make sure you want to actually have it in store and your other employees are testing it as well. So yeah, but if anything at all, this project is definitely fully funded. So it's like about almost $5,000 above the attendance goal. And that means, yes, the pledge, they have got it. Good. All this is secure. It's 100% pledged. So, it's good to go. And you'll probably see this in stores like the Cubicle, Amazon, eBay, and stuff like that. Sometime later on in 2020, like a year from now, with the estimated delivery is like in March 2021. Like for this one, January 2021. So by like June, like a year from now, you'll probably see the appear in stores like Amazon, the Cubicle, eBay, and stuff like that. So yeah, like when it comes to eBay, it's probably, you'll probably see the used ones out there where people be like, yeah, I don't want this anymore. Or like the brand new ones where these stores, actual stores, are actually selling them like brand new, like for new. Not just like an independent eBay seller who's just selling stuff to get rid of it, make some quick money, but like an actual eBay store seller. But yeah, this overall is an interesting product that I'm really interested in trying. Let me just see what some of the FAQ is. One thing is, how does it charge? So using, okay, so it charges similar to like the GoCube. How it has the, and even similar to like the HeyKube 3x3. So it has an external thing. And even like the GAN I 3x3, where it has an external charger, they have to put on one of the sensors, and it charges from there. Yeah. The battery life. So it's about maybe a full day or so. So it's using Python. That's useful. So yeah. So you really need an app, but you don't need to use the app to enjoy playing and loading. App is to download challenges, track your status, learn patterns, yeah, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Comment. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. So yeah, that's about it. No. So anyway, yeah, you can go check the link in the description below in order to check out this campaign and see what it is if you want to pledge for it, and that's it.